Some of you have expressed an interest in computer vision. Some of you have expressed an interest in computer vision in the context of robotics and OpenCV in particular. So I thought I would stumble through a very simple project with OpenCV in Visual Studio and Visual Basic to hopefully get you started. It's something you can play with after you've finished your assignments and have some extra time. Alright, let's get started. We're going to create a new project. I'm going to create a Windows Form app for Visual Basic, just like we've been doing. And let's go ahead and save it right away. Let's call it OpenCV Faces. Okay, here we go. We have a little bit of setup to do in order to work with OpenCV. So the first thing we're going to do is install OpenCV in our project. We're going to go up to the NuGet Package Manager and click the Package Management console. And this instantiates a little PowerShell window or frame here. And it says we can get help about NuGet if we type get help NuGet. Get help NuGet. And there we see the list of commands that NuGet provides for us. We can find package, we can look for packages by keywords, we can install a package. Those sounds like really useful things to me. So let's try that. Let's try find package. And let's look for OpenCV, because that's what we're interested in. Alright. Bunch of stuff in our list here. What do we see? Many different OpenCV programs. Here's OpenCV Sharp. That's a CV wrapper. Emgu.CV is also a OpenCV wrapper. I'm going to choose Emgu.CV. And we'll just work with that. So let's install it. So we type install package, and it's emgu.cv. Now it's going to download it from the internet and add it to our project. You can see over here in the references we added some new things. Here's a Z graph. I don't know that everything's showing up quite yet. Okay. So then I think we are done. Oh, maybe it's still working. I didn't see the prompt return yet. There we go, yep. Okay, now it's done. Alright. I'm going to close the package management window. We can make this smaller again. Check out the references. There we go. Here's some EMGU stuff. Click on one of these. Okay. So the next thing we want to do, EMGU, we've got the libraries installed in our project. We're going to want to have some controls for OpenCV Emgu available, and there's nothing listed over here. So let me show you how to add that. We should go down to this general section, but first let's just check and see where this is installed. I clicked on this Emgu.CV.UI. This is the library that the controls live in. If I point at the path in the properties window, it tells me that it lives in the same directory in a packages subfolder, and then below that. So let's go look for it. We're going to right click on General, choose Items, wait for it to load. We're going to click Browse. Oh, and look, I have been there before, so I'm already there. But let's just check it out. We go to OpenCV, our repositories. OpenCV Faces is the name of our project. Right inside the first directory there's a packages directory, the name of the library and version number. And we're going to go into libnet35 and then click on the dynamic link library Emgu.CV.UI.dll. Yours might not have DLLs after it. I've got my computer set up to always display the file extensions. So we're going to load that. It's going to add an image box. We're going to hit OK. And then in our toolbox, here we have image box. Alright, what's the next setup thing we need to do? Well, for our OpenCV project, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to recognize faces. Now, OpenCV has some data sets available for that, and it looks to me like it doesn't come along with the library. So I went out to the internet and found the OpenCV source code on GitHub, and sure enough, inside of the source code, here are the trained cascade classifier data sets. And I think, depending on what you want to look for, any of these will work. I was looking for faces, so I wanted to choose one of these four, and I just arbitrarily picked har cascade frontal face alt2.xml, and I downloaded that, and now I'll show you how to add it to the project. So you go to the Solutions Explorer, let's try that again. Right click in the Solutions Explorer. Oh, not seeing it. What am I looking for? There we go. Okay, so I needed to click on the project, and then when I right click, I get an add item in the context menu. So I want to add an existing item because this file already exists. It is something that I downloaded. Go to my Introduction to Programming folder. Oh, it doesn't show up, but it's an XML file. So I'm just going to enter that in there. There it is. Add my XML file. It pops into the list. I'm going to click on it. And I'm just going to tell it that I want it to copy it to the output directory because I'm going to have to access it from my running program. So when we build the program, when we start the program, it's going to be there. And then I don't need to look at that. Alright, I think we're all set up and ready to go. I'll be right back in a second video.